Hello friends, my name is Thomas and this is Free Range Art Farm, so welcome. If you guys have been here before, you know I don't usually say hello friends. I say hey everybody. Hey everybody. And there's another beekeeper, I'll put my hood on in a second. There's another beekeeper out there. He's a new YouTuber. Name is Jason from Alexandria Honey Company. I'll put a link to their YouTube channel down below. And he and his wife Christina have a little apiary out in Alexandria, so probably 30 miles east of us, and he always starts his videos out by saying hello friends, and I just think that's the coolest thing. It's really nice. Anyway, so hello friends. So circling back to Jason, check out his channel. He's making some great content, so yeah, do that. So today it's I don't know, 67 degrees, a little bit overcast, pretty calm weather. It's May 5th, so happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody who celebrates that, which is pretty much not any Mexicans. Stay safe if you're out there partying, although this video is going to come out afterwards, so I hope you were safe. We're out here today. I'm just going to do a quick check of my resource hives. One of them was still queenless last time I checked, and I gave them a frame of eggs, so we're going to see if they've made a new queen. If they haven't, I'm going to probably do a combine with the tiny little swarm that I caught, and I'll link that video of catching the tiny swarm up here, because they're still pretty tiny. They are queen right. I hope they're queen right. Anyway, I'm going to do a check of them today as well, so we'll get that on film. We'll film the check of the resource hives, and if we do a combine, we'll get that on film as well. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoy. So this half of the resource colony was queen right, but had fewer numbers. This half was not queen right, but had larger numbers. And they still have larger numbers. Alright, we're going to go ahead and check this side first. And see what's going on. Now nobody has moved up to this upper box yet on this colony. Alright, so let's take this off. I think that little tiny swarm that I caught was this colony absconding, because there's not a single bee in this colony. That is why I haven't seen much activity coming out of them. Not a single bee. A little bit of resources. Oh, I take that back. There was one bee in there. Probably a robber. Well, we don't need to do a newspaper combine now, do we? How about that? My first little hive abscond. Poor babies. They did not like what I was giving them to live on. Alright, well, let's go get my little tiny swarm. We'll bring him over and put him in here. Alright. Go ahead and put that there. That is just interesting that I think this colony were the girls from here. My little tiny swarm. And they are still super tiny. I wonder if maybe these girls don't have a queen anymore, because they just have no numbers. We've just got... yeah, I bet that's what happened. I wonder if something happened with their queen and they left, because there's just nobody in here. So, I just think I don't have a colony anymore. Yeah, these girls are really loud. And I don't see any brood. This is just a nectar frame that I gave them to eat. So, as I'm putting them all in here, there just doesn't seem to be a reason. I have a lot of dead bees in the bottom of this box. Let's see what we've got over here. Alright, so we've at least got some girls on this side. A lot of nectar in here. A lot of girls on here. Yeah, there's more nectar up here. And whatever in the heck this monstrosity is of wax. So these were both seem to be possibly failed splits. Obviously when they absconded from that other one, that was definitely a failed split. They did not like living there at all. Alright, so there's just nectar up here. Yeah, these girls are definitely loud. Let me see, do I need to lower you down? Let's lower you down some. Hopefully you can see all right in there. There's a lot of girls. But I am thinking I'm not going to find any eggs in here at all. Just nectar. That's all this is. All nectar. All nectar. Yeah, this is all nectar and some pollen. All nectar and pollen. Alright, I think... Yeah, these girls are kind of pouring out of here too. They're not happy. So I think here's what we're going to do. We are going to give these girls a frame of eggs from one of the other colonies. So let's do that. Alright, well, I got a nice frame. It's just being built out in one of my other colonies with a good amount of eggs on it. So we will put that in here. Let me show you the frame. So you can see it's just being built out, but let's see if I can get focused. There's eggs in literally every one of these cells. Well, almost every one of them. So we're gonna give these girls this, and we'll see if they can make a queen. I may just have to go ahead and buy a queen for these girls, because it's been a while since I did these splits. But this frame of eggs should help calm them some. And I'm going to go put this frame, which is just about as equally built out, almost, into the colony that I stole these eggs from. Alright, I made a split into the apimaye hive 2 weeks ago, maybe? I think it was. I'll have to check my notes. This one was a split from the green swarm because they had a whole ton of swarm cells that were capped, and I was trying to stop them from swarming out. But I think I didn't stop them anyway. But that's alright. Let's see what these girls are up to. Not a lot of activity. Alright, I see some capped cells still. So let me give a little smoke to these girls. There's not many in here. I am doing poorly this year with my splits. Oh my goodness, everyone. What am I doing? Yeah, there's very few bees in here. And we have one queen cell where a queen emerged. Can you see that? Let me make sure she's not on this frame here. I don't see her. Alright. But this certainly looks like it was chewed out and she emerged. So we got that going for us. But not much else in this colony. There are very few bees. We still have a couple of cells that are hanging out. They haven't taken them down yet. But, like, this one is still capped. This one's open, this one's open. I'm looking to see if I can see anything on the sides where she may have gutted it, but yeah, I don't see a queen anywhere in here. Like I said, there's very few bees. I have done a terrible job with my splits this year. Same thing here. Just not much going on. Well, that's a bit depressing, isn't it? Well, Thomas, you have done terrible with your splits. Well, this wasn't really the best inspection I've had lately. So I found out that one of my, the one resource colony absconded, which I believe are the ones I caught over here, that little tiny swarm that I linked to earlier. But they appear to be queenless, so that's a bummer. I went ahead and just combined them with the colony next to it. I didn't even bother doing the newspaper combine because there were so few bees. I just moved the resources over and they'll be fine. The other side of that resource colony was queenless still, so I went ahead and gave them a frame of eggs from the hive that actually was queenless in the winter, because the queen that's in there now is going like crazy. So they're doing really well. Tons of eggs, brood, larvae, resources. They're starting to move up to the upper box, so they're doing well. I went ahead and did a quick look on the blue colony, blue swarm, just to see how they're doing, building up that top super. And they're starting to get up there and get resources and get that stuff built out. So hopefully they'll fill that up and we can get some honey from them this year. And then I checked on the split that I made into the apimaye hive, and there are very few bees in there, and no queen in sight. And it looks like there still was a capped queen cell in there, but it's been too long, so I think that queen was killed. It's entirely possible that the queen is out right now on a mating flight. Possible. So we'll see. However, I think what I'm going to do is I have two swarms that I've caught. And let me swing you around a little bit. See the little yellow, the white box right there, and then there's one that you can't see. There's a swarm in each of those boxes, and so I'm going to move them into the apiary here, probably early next week, because they've been there 3 or 4 days now. So I'll leave them for a week, and I think I'm going to put one of those swarms into the resource colony that on the empty side, and that will get that one supercharged. And then the other swarm, if this apimaye is still queenless, I'm going to go ahead and put the swarm in there. And then that'll keep us at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 colonies here in the apiary, which is kind of where I wanted to stop. So that's good news. It's where I wanted to be as far as my count on swarm or on colonies. But I do still have 2 more swarm traps up that I probably should just take down if I don't want to catch any more swarms. Maybe that would be smart. I don't always think these things through and just wind up with too many bees. Again, not a problem. Just more equipment to buy. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed today, seeing my disappointment and my apparent failures at doing splits successfully. But that's okay. We live, we learn, and get better. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Be good, be well, be safe, be happy, be true to yourself. And as always, be mindful of the bees. We need them. Have a good one.